Welcome to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, formerly known as Mosport International Raceway up until 2011. It's a 2.5 mile, 10-turn road course located close to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, with a rich history that dates back to 1961. It's been the home to the top levels of racing, including Formula One, IndyCar, NASCAR, and IMSA. Luckily for us, it's been open to amateur racing and high-performance driving, and in the upcoming Champ Car Endurance Series 2020 season, it will host a 2-day double sevens event in June. Let's get into this virtual track tour and take a couple of slow sighting laps to get familiar with the layout. Coming out of pit lane through this narrow concrete chute, we come onto the track at the exit of turn 1. Be careful to stay right of the blend line until it ends, as fast traffic is approaching from behind. The short straight to turn 2 gently rises and crests under the Champion Bridge, leading into the downhill sweeping turn 2 Clayton Corner. Notice the generous paved runoff area to track right. As we approach turn 3, Quebec Corner, we make our way to track left for entry and aim for a late apex. The runoff on track left is all grass, and from personal experience I can tell you that there's no extra grip out there. Sweeping around, we get a view of the exit point and track out to the left on the run toward turn 4. As we approach the Simonized Bridge, we stay track right, then plunge down this steep hill and super late apex near the bottom. We immediately are confronted with what looks like a wall of road that's the entry to turn 5. The first apex to the right is 5A. The road levels off and the next apex to the right is 5B. The track bends slightly to the left, and that's 5C. Now at wide open throttle, we row through the gears and drag race up the Mario Andretti straight. It's really fast and it's really fun. Follow the road and catch a breather. We can check our temperatures, get a sip of water, and can get on the comms with the pit crew. The Canadian Tire Bridge comes into view as we position the car to track left, and we see a line through turn 8 and eventually 9, the S's. Note the large runoff area to track left. As we make our way out of 8, the pit entrance can be seen on the right. Hugging to the left as we exit turn 9 to set up for 10, we have a textbook outside, inside, outside turn that leads onto the front straight. Looking down the straight, the start-finish tower is on the left, and the Michelin pedestrian bridge marks the entry into turn 1. Turn 1 drops downhill to the right, and as we exit, be mindful of the pit exit lane and the cars that may be joining the track on the right. As we make a run toward the Champion Bridge and the entry of turn 2, position the car on track right, noting the flag station directly in front. Take turn 2 as a double apex turn. Smoothly turn in and tighten the line up to the first apex. As we reach the second apex, tighten the line up. Now track out to the exit point toward the last half of the exit curbing. Cross the track to the outside to position the car track left. The inside curbing is steep, so don't touch it, but you want to tighten it up to a few meters before it ends. Track the car back out to the left, run down the straight towards the Simonized Bridge. Position the car for turn 4 on track right, under the N of Simonize. Smoothly steer in and hang on as you plunge down the hill, late apexing the non-existent curbing. Get on the brakes heading into the compression. Turn in and notice that you pick up a ton of grip as you ascend the hill and clip the 5A apex. Point into the 5B apex and sweep past the steep curbing. Track the car out on exit, but try not to use the exit curbing as it's narrow, rough, and there's loose dirt on the other side of it. Follow the back straight up. I like to favor the inside as it feels shorter. Check your mirrors, report on the gauges to the pits, and gather yourself. A flag station through the fence is on the left, but the flagger usually stands at a hole in the fence for better visibility. As we round the last slight bend on the Mario Andretti straight, I like to position the car on track right, close to the grass, and draw a straight line to the entry into the S's. 8 is a very fast turn. Get on the binders and trail brake into a smooth turn-in. Sweeping past the first curbing on the right, let the car then drift mid-track and tuck into the second curbing to position the car right of center for turn 9. Let's head into the pit entrance on track right. Let's take a couple of laps at race pace, starting from the exit of turn 8. Brush the turn 8 inside curbing and position right of center. Late apex turn 9 and stay left to set up for a good run out of turn 10 down the front straight. Turn 1. Use the inside curb and track out. Don't take too much curb on exit. Up to the Champion Bridge, position right. Double apex turn 2. First at the top, drift mid-track, then tighten into the second apex. Track out to the exit curb. Cross over to track left, turn in to late apex turn 3. Don't get on the inside curb, it's steep. Track out to the left. Don't get on that curb either, it's not necessary. Run down to turn 4, positioning track right under the N of Simonize. Turn in and late apex down the hill. Strong brakes and turn into 5A up the hill, drifting out to track left. Turn in, sweep 5B, track out and nibble the exit curve as required. Drag race time up the back straight. Gather yourself for 8. Brush past the grass on the right, straight line under the Canadian Tire Bridge to the entry of 8. Double apex 8, use the camber, get near the first set of curves, drift out a bit, and tighten it back up. Right of center for the entry of turn 9, late apex this and stay left. Light brakes, carry speed, brush that inside apex and track all the way out, use all the curbing. Okay, let's talk braking. For turn 1, I usually don't use the brakes. To get used to this, give a hard lift after the bridge, turn in, take a set, and feed in full throttle by apex. Turn 2 can be done without braking, but if you must, very light brakes under the bridge, it drops off dramatically and it's off camber. Be smooth, feed in the throttle, and hang on. Turn 3, strong brakes but carry speed as you'll scrub as you take a set. Early throttle to maximize speed down the straight to turn 4. Turn 4 tests your courage. It can be taken with no lift, but work up to it. Start with a hard lift before the bridge and turn in, getting back into the throttle. Hard brakes into the compression and lots of steering as you gain grip up the hill. Track out, lift or brush the brakes into the 5B apex. Early throttle to carry speed up the straight. Mosport rewards smoothness. Be smooth with your steering and pedal work. No sudden corrections. Also, the high-speed turns require you to hold lateral Gs. Stay in the jam and feel the load in the tires. Turn 8. Give it a dab of brakes. Try to hold 5th gear to encourage you to carry speed. Set up on the right for 9. Brakes and down to 4th. Stay left. Lift or brush the brakes for turn 10 and back on the power down the straight. Let's watch a couple more laps without commentary.